Okay, real talk. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation in English and suddenly your mind goes completely blank? Like everything you study just vanishes. Poof, gone. And you're standing there smiling and nodding, hoping nobody notices.
Oh, I think every single person learning English has had that moment. And you know what makes it worse? The longer the silence goes, the more nervous you get. And then you say something random just to fill the silence.
Exactly. And sometimes what comes out makes no sense at all. And then you spend the rest of the day thinking about it and feeling embarrassed.
We have all been there. But here's the good news. The reason that happens is usually not because your English is bad. It's because you haven't practiced the right phrases for that specific situation. And that is exactly what we are fixing today.
Welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. And friends, today is a very special episode because this is part 2 of our 50 essential phrases for daily life. If you haven't listened to part 1 yet, go back and listen to that first. It is packed with amazing content.
But if you're ready for more, you are in the right place. Today, we're giving you 50 brand new phrases for situations we didn't cover last time. Fresh, practical, and ready to use in real life.
And before we dive in, please do us a quick favor. Subscribe to Mr. English Podcast right now if you haven't already. And share this episode with someone who is on their English learning journey. The more people we can help, the better.
All right. Are you ready for part 2?
Let's get into it.
So, Emma, I want to start with something that affects so many of our listeners. The workplace. Because going to work every day in a country where English is the main language, that requires a whole set of phrases that nobody really teaches you in a classroom.
That is so true. And you know the thing? Workplace English is different from textbook English. Like, nobody walks into a meeting and says, "Greetings, colleagues. I wish to present my findings." Nobody talks like that.
If someone walked into my meeting talking like that, I would think they were from another planet.
Exactly. So let's talk about real workplace phrases that real people actually use. Phrase number 1 for today, I'll get right on it. This means you're going to start working on something immediately. Your manager asks you to finish a report, and you say, "I'll get right on it." It shows you're motivated and responsive.
I love that phrase. It sounds so confident. Phrase number 2, can we loop in Sarah on this? To loop someone in means to include them in a conversation or email thread. If someone needs to know about something, you loop them in.
That's such a common workplace phrase, and people use it constantly in emails too. Let me loop in the team, or I'll loop you in on the details. Very natural and professional sounding.
Phrase number 3, let me get back to you on that. This is perfect when someone asks you a question and you don't have the answer right now. Instead of guessing or making something up, you say this. It means I will find out and tell you later.
And it's completely professional. Nobody expects you to know everything on the spot. Phrase number 4 is, I'm going to step away for a moment. This is what you say when you need to leave a meeting or a conversation briefly. Maybe you need to take a phone call or get a glass of water.
Phrase number 5, can you walk me through this? Walk someone through something means to explain it step by step. If a new system is confusing, you ask a coworker to walk you through how it works.
Oh, I use this one all the time, especially with technology. Can you walk me through how to use this software? It's so much better than pretending you understand when you don't.
Phrase number 6, that's outside my area of expertise. Expertise means the area where you have special knowledge or skills. If someone asks you something you don't know about, this is a professional and honest way to say so.
And it doesn't make you look bad. It actually makes you look mature and self-aware. Phrase number 7 is, I'll send you a summary. After a long conversation or meeting, you might offer to send a written summary of the key points. This shows good communication skills.
Phrase number 8, can we revisit this later? Revisit means to come back to something again. If a topic is too complicated to resolve right now, suggest revisiting it when everyone has more time to think.
Phrase number 9 is, I want to make sure we're on the same page. On the same page means everyone understands and agrees on the same thing. This is a very American expression that you'll hear constantly in workplace settings.
Ah, that is such a good one. I say this probably 5 times a day at work. Just want to make sure we're on the same page before we move forward.
And it prevents so many misunderstandings. Phrase number 10 is good work, everyone. This is simple but powerful. After completing a project or a tough day, acknowledging your team with these words builds a positive work environment.
Okay, let's move to something that I think is really close to a lot of people's hearts: making friends and connecting socially in English. This is honestly one of the hardest things about living in a new country.
It really is, because making friends as an adult is already hard, but doing it in another language, that requires courage and the right words.
I remember when I moved to a new city and I knew absolutely nobody. I would go to community events just hoping someone would talk to me, and sometimes I just didn't know how to keep a conversation going.
Ugh, that feeling of wanting to connect but not having the words. It's lonely. So let's make sure nobody feels that way. Phrase number 11 is, what do you do for fun? This is a great conversation starter when you want to get to know someone beyond just their job or their name.
And people love talking about their hobbies and interests, so this question usually opens up a really great conversation. Phrase number 12, that's really interesting. Tell me more. This phrase shows genuine curiosity and encourages the other person to keep talking. People feel valued when you say this.
Phrase number 13 is, we should hang out sometime. Hang out means to spend time together casually. If you've been talking to someone and you feel a connection, this is how you suggest seeing them again.
And if they say, yeah, definitely, then you follow up with phrase number 14. Are you free this weekend? This is how you move from a vague plan to an actual plan. Specific is always better.
Phrase number 15. I'm kind of new here. Do you have any recommendations? This is brilliant because it tells the person a little about you and asks for their help at the same time. People love to help and they love to share local knowledge.
And it's a great way to seem approachable and humble. Nobody expects you to know everything when you're new. Phrase number 16. I totally get what you mean. This means you understand exactly what the other person is saying. It creates a sense of connection and shared understanding.
Phrase number 17, same here. 2 words, incredibly powerful. When someone says something you agree with or relate to, you just say, same here. It's casual, friendly, and shows you're on the same wavelength.
Phrase number 18, that happened to me too. Sharing a similar experience makes people feel less alone and builds instant connection. If someone tells you something and you've experienced the same thing, say this phrase with enthusiasm.
Phrase number 19, I've been meaning to try that place. If someone recommends a restaurant or activity, this phrase shows you're open to new experiences and already interested. It keeps the conversation moving naturally.
And phrase number 20 for social situations. It was so nice talking to you. This is the warm and polite way to end a conversation. It leaves the other person with a good feeling and opens the door for future interactions.
All right, let's talk about something that feels intimidating for a lot of people, banking and financial conversations, because money is serious and you need to communicate clearly about it.
Absolutely. And banks can feel very formal and official. Walking into a bank and not knowing what to say is really stressful. So let's take away that stress completely.
Phrase number 21, I'd like to open an account. This is what you say when you go to a bank and want to start banking there. They'll ask you what kind of account. You can say a checking account or a savings account.
What's the difference? A checking account is for everyday spending. You use it to pay bills and buy things. A savings account is for saving money over time.
Phrase number 22, I need to make a deposit. A deposit means you're putting money into your account. You walk up to the teller and say this. They'll ask how much and help you complete the transaction.
Phrase number 23, I'd like to withdraw some cash. Withdraw is the opposite of deposit. You're taking money out of your account. You can also use the ATM for this, with phrases on the screen guiding you.
Phrase number 24, what are your fees for this? Banks sometimes charge fees for certain services. Always ask about fees before agreeing to anything. Knowledge is power, especially with money.
Phrase number 25, my card was charged incorrectly. If you look at your bank statement and something doesn't look right, you say this to the bank. It means you were charged money that you shouldn't have been.
Oh, this happens more than people think, and a lot of people don't say anything because they don't know how to bring it up. But this phrase gives you exactly the words you need.
Phrase number 26, can I speak to a manager? If your issue isn't being resolved, asking to speak to a manager is completely appropriate and often very effective. Say it calmly and politely.
Phrase number 27, I need to transfer money to another account. Transfer means to move money from one account to another. You can do this at the bank, online, or through an app.
Phrase number 28, what's the exchange rate? If you need to convert money from one currency to another, ask this. The exchange rate tells you how much of one currency you get for another.
And phrase number 29 for banking, can I get a statement for last month? A statement is a document showing all your transactions, meaning all the money that went in and out of your account during a specific time period.
These banking phrases give you so much more confidence when dealing with financial institutions, and confidence is everything in those situations.
Okay, so many of our listeners are students, whether in language school, community college, university, or any kind of educational program. So let's talk about phrases you need in school settings.
And even if you're not currently in school, these phrases apply to any learning environment, a training session at work, a community class, a workshop, anywhere you're learning something new.
Phrase number 30. Could you go over that again? Go over means to review something again or explain it again. If your teacher explained something too fast or you got confused, this is the polite way to ask for a repeat.
And teachers genuinely appreciate when students ask questions. It shows engagement. Don't be shy. Phrase number 31. I didn't quite catch that. Catch in this context means to hear and understand. If something went by too fast, say this. It's very natural and very polite.
Phrase number 32. Is this going to be on the test? Okay, every student everywhere says this. It means, is this information important enough that I'll be tested on it? Teachers hear this constantly.
Classic student phrase. Phrase number 33. Can I ask a question? Always a good idea to ask permission before jumping in with a question, especially in a group setting. It shows respect for the learning environment.
Phrase number 34. I think I understand, but can you give me an example? Understanding a concept in theory is one thing. Seeing it in action through an example makes it stick. This is a really smart question to ask.
Phrase number 35. I'm having trouble with this part. Trouble means difficulty. If you're struggling with a specific concept or assignment, communicate that clearly. You can't get help if people don't know you need it.
Phrase number 36. When is the assignment due? Due means the deadline for when something must be submitted. Always know your deadlines. This simple question keeps you organized.
Phrase number 37. Can I get some extra help after class? If you need more one-on-one time with a teacher, ask for it. Most teachers are happy to help students who show initiative and genuine effort.
Phrase number 38. I'd like to work with a partner on this. Partnering up for assignments can be very helpful. Express your preference clearly, and the teacher would usually accommodate you.
And phrase number 39. Thank you for explaining that so clearly. Honestly, teachers work so hard and they don't always hear appreciation. Saying this at the end of a lesson or explanation genuinely makes a difference.
Such a meaningful gesture. Simple words, but big impact.
Okay, this next section is one I hope you never need to use, but being prepared is so important. Phrases for emergencies and unexpected situations.
These are the phrases that can genuinely make a difference in a crisis, and knowing them gives you a sense of security and preparedness that is really valuable.
Phrase number 40, call 911. In the United States, 911 is the emergency number for police, fire, and ambulance. If you see an emergency, shout this to alert people around you, or call it yourself immediately.
Phrase number 41, I need help right away. Right away means immediately, urgently. This phrase communicates that the situation is serious and cannot wait.
Phrase number 42, is everyone okay? After any kind of incident, accident, or unexpected situation, this is the first human thing you say. It checks on the well-being of everyone around you.
Phrase number 43, I think I'm lost. If you're in an unfamiliar area and can't find your way, say this to someone nearby. Most people will stop and help you. Americans are generally very willing to assist someone who is lost.
Phrase number 44. My car broke down. If your vehicle stops working on the road, this is how you describe the situation when calling for help or telling someone nearby.
Phrase number 45. I locked my keys inside. A very common and frustrating situation. If you locked your keys in your car or your home, this is how you explain it to a locksmith or building manager.
Phrase number 46. I think there's been a misunderstanding. This is a calm and neutral way to address a situation where something has gone wrong due to a communication error. It doesn't blame anyone, it just acknowledges that something was misunderstood.
Ooh, that phrase is so important. Because in stressful situations, staying calm and neutral keeps things from escalating. Phrase number 47. Can you stay with me? If someone is in distress or you're in a scary situation and you don't want to be alone, this phrase is simple and direct.
Phrase number 48. Please don't leave. Similar to the previous one, but with more urgency. Sometimes you just need someone to stay present with you while you figure out what to do next.
Phrase number 49. I need to contact my embassy. If you're a foreign national in a serious legal or emergency situation, your embassy is your country's official representative office in America. Knowing this phrase could be critically important.
And phrase number 50, our final phrase of today. Everything is going to be okay. This is not just a phrase you say to others, it's a phrase you can say to yourself. In any unexpected or difficult moment, these 5 words are calming, grounding, and hopeful.
I genuinely love that we ended on that one, because life throws unexpected things at all of us, and sometimes the most powerful thing is a simple reassurance.
Okay, Emma, we just went through all 50 new phrases. That was an incredible journey through so many different life situations. Now let's go deeper on some of the key vocabulary words from today.
Yes, because understanding the words inside the phrases helps you use them more flexibly. You can mix and match them to create your own sentences.
First vocabulary word, loop in. We talked about this in the workplace section. To loop someone in means to include them in communication so they're aware of what's happening. It comes from the idea of a loop, a circle. Everyone in the loop is connected and informed.
You can use it in emails, too. I'm going to loop in the marketing team on this decision. Or, can you loop me in on that conversation? Very modern and professional.
Second word, expertise. Your expertise is the area where you have deep knowledge and skill. Everyone has expertise in something. A chef has expertise in cooking. A teacher has expertise in education. Using this word shows you understand and respect people's specialized knowledge.
Third word, hang out. We used this in the social section. To hang out means to spend time with someone in a casual and relaxed way. It's informal and friendly. Want to hang out this weekend means want to spend time together this weekend?
It's different from a formal meeting or appointment. Hanging out is relaxed, no specific agenda, just enjoying each other's company.
Fourth word, deposit and withdraw. These are opposite banking terms. Deposit means putting money in, withdraw means taking money out. Think of a container. Deposit fills it, withdraw empties it. Very logical once you picture it that way.
Fifth word, transaction. A transaction is any financial activity. Buying something is a transaction. Depositing money is a transaction. Withdrawing money is a transaction. Your bank statement shows a list of all your transactions.
Sixth word, initiative. To show initiative means to take action on your own without being told. When we said asking a teacher for extra help shows initiative, we meant it shows you're proactive, motivated, and self-directed. Employers and teachers love initiative.
Seventh word, escalate. To escalate means to make a situation more intense or serious. In the emergency section, we mentioned staying calm to avoid escalating things. If a disagreement escalates, it gets bigger and more difficult to resolve.
Eighth word, grounding. Something that is grounding helps you feel calm, stable, and connected to the present moment. We described the phrase, everything is going to be okay, as grounding because it brings you back to a sense of calm when things feel chaotic.
Phrase number 9, statement. In banking, a statement is a record of your account activity. But statement has other uses too.
A statement can be something you say or declare. The president made a statement, or she made a clear statement about her feelings. Context tells you which meaning applies.
10th word, proactive. To be proactive means to take action before something becomes a problem. Instead of waiting for issues to arise, a proactive person addresses things in advance. Employers in America highly value proactive employees.
Phrase 11. Neutral. Neutral means not taking sides, not favoring one person or viewpoint over another. When we said, "I think there's been a misunderstanding," is neutral, we meant it doesn't blame anyone. It just acknowledges the situation without judgment.
12th word, accommodate. To accommodate means to make room for someone's needs or preferences. If a teacher accommodates your request to work with a partner, they're adjusting the situation to fit your need. Hotels accommodate guests. Restaurants accommodate dietary restrictions.
These 12 vocabulary words are incredibly versatile. Once you understand them deeply, you'll start hearing them everywhere. In conversations, on television, in books, everywhere.
All right, let's do a quick organized summary of all 50 phrases from today so you have a clear picture of everything we covered.
Group 1 was workplace phrases. I'll get right on it. Can we loop in Sarah on this? Let me get back to you on that. I'm going to step away for a moment. Can you walk me through this? That's outside my area of expertise. I'll send you a summary. Can we revisit this later? I want to make sure we're on the same page. Good work, everyone.
Group 2 covered social situations and making friends. What do you do for fun? That's really interesting. Tell me more. We should hang out sometime. Are you free this weekend? I'm kind of new here. Do you have any recommendations? I totally get what you mean. Same here. That happened to me too. I've been meaning to try that place. It was so nice talking to you.
Group 3 was banking and financial phrases. I'd like to open an account. I need to make a deposit. I'd like to withdraw some cash. What are your fees for this? My card was charged incorrectly. Can I speak to a manager? I need to transfer money to another account. What's the exchange rate? Can I get a statement for last month?
Group 4 covered school and learning environments. Could you go over that again? I didn't quite catch that. Is this going to be on the test? Can I ask a question? I think I understand, but can you give me an example? I'm having trouble with this part. When is the assignment due? Can I get some extra help after class? I'd like to work with a partner on this. Thank you for explaining that so clearly.
And Group 5 was emergency and unexpected situation phrases. Call 911. I need help right away. Is everyone okay? I think I'm lost. My car broke down. I locked my keys inside. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Can you stay with me? Please don't leave. I need to contact my embassy. And everything is going to be okay.
100 phrases total between Part 1 and Part 2. That is an incredible toolkit for daily life in English.
You know, Emma, something I keep thinking about as we record these episodes is how brave our listeners are. Like, genuinely brave.
What do you mean?
Learning a language as an adult, putting yourself in situations where you might not understand everything, asking questions when you're unsure, going to banks and restaurants and schools and workplaces and using a language that isn't your mother tongue. That takes real bravery.
It really does. And I think sometimes people are too hard on themselves. They focus on the mistakes instead of celebrating how far they've come.
Exactly. So if you're listening to this and you've been feeling frustrated with your English progress, I want you to take a moment and recognize what you've already accomplished. You're here. You're learning. That counts for a lot.
More than a lot. And now you have 50 brand new phrases to add to your collection. Together with Part 1, that's 100 practical, real-life phrases that you can start using immediately.
So here is our challenge for you from Part 2. This week, pick one situation from today's episode, just one. Maybe the workplace section, maybe the social section, maybe the banking section, and focus on using those phrases in that one area of your life.
Small, focused practice beats trying to do everything at once. One situation, a few phrases, real-life practice. That's the formula.
And when you do use them, we want to hear about it. Come to the comments and tell us, which phrase did you use? How did it go? Did the other person understand you? How did it make you feel?
Honestly, reading your comments is one of our favorite parts of doing this podcast. Your stories and experiences make everything we do feel worthwhile.
And today's big community question is this. Between all 10 groups of phrases we covered in Part 1 and Part 2, which group do you think will be most useful in your daily life right now, and why?
Is it workplace phrases, social phrases, banking, school, emergency situations? Tell us in the comments. There's no wrong answer. Your honest response helps us understand your world better.
And if you learned something valuable today, if even one phrase made you feel more prepared for life in English, please share Mr. English Podcast with someone who needs it. Share it on social media, send it to a friend, recommend it to your language class.
Growing this community means we can create more content, cover more topics, and help more people. And that is genuinely what drives us.
Subscribe to Mr. English Podcast if you haven't yet. Leave us a review. Tell us what you love and what you want more of. We listen to every single piece of feedback.
You are not alone on this English learning journey. Every single episode, we are right here with you, learning together, growing together, and speaking with more confidence every single day.
Remember what we said at the very end of today's phrases. Everything is going to be okay. And that applies to your English learning too. Some days will feel hard, some conversations won't go perfectly, and that is completely fine.
What matters is that you keep going, keep practicing, keep showing up, because every single effort you make today is building the confident English speaker you are becoming.
We'll be back very soon with more practical, real-world English content right here on Mr. English Podcast. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.
Stay brave, stay curious.
And never stop talking. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.